Amid the hustle and bustle of an entertainment world that never truly sleeps, there's one thing that consistently captures people's attention: the small, personal moments that feel hidden, as if only a select few are aware of them. Not grand concerts or prestigious awards, but simple moments that feel closer, more human. Social media, especially in recent years, has become a window into another side of idols' lives. There, fans don't just see dazzling stages, but also quieter fragments of everyday life. A brief laugh, a light comment, or even something as simple as who follows whom. Things that were once considered trivial have now turned into pieces of a puzzle that fans eagerly piece together with curiosity. The follow phenomenon on platforms like TikTok is no longer just an ordinary action. In the world of celebrities, every click can carry its own meaning. Who follows whom, when they follow, and even who they don't follow, everything can become the subject of long discussions. Fans, with remarkable attention to detail, often notice even the smallest changes, sometimes before major media outlets do. At the same time, the world of K-pop and the global entertainment industry continues to show that the boundaries between artists from different countries and backgrounds are becoming increasingly blurred. Cross-border collaborations are no longer rare. Interactions between idols from different groups have also become more open, though still wrapped in caution. Because behind every interaction, there are millions of eyes watching. And precisely because of that, even the smallest interactions begin to feel significant. There is something intriguing when two major figures, both with millions of fans, seem to share even the slightest connection. Whether it's a short comment, a reaction to a post, or simply following each other on social media, these moments create space for imagination, opening up possibilities that were once unthinkable. Time moves on and public attention constantly shifts from one topic to another. However, there are certain moments that seem to pause time, allowing curiosity to grow. One of them is a birthday, a day universally considered special, not only for the person celebrating but also for those around them. Birthdays always carry a different atmosphere. There is warmth, nostalgia, and hope. For an idol, a birthday is not just a personal celebration, but also a moment of connection with fans. Messages from all over the world, fan projects, and special posts all become part of the occasion. Yet behind everything visible on the surface, there are often things that remain unseen. Private messages, brief conversations, or even small gestures of attention from someone unexpected. And this is where the story begins to feel different. Some time ago, fans' attention was drawn to a small detail, a simple follow. That was enough to spark widespread speculation. There was no big announcement, no lengthy explanation. Just a single action that was observed, discussed, and analyzed by many. At first, perhaps only a few people noticed it. But as usual, the news spread quickly. From one account to another, from one platform to the next. Discussions began to emerge, each filled with different theories and perspectives. Some considered it normal, just interaction between fellow artists. However, others saw it as something more. Because in a world full of boundaries and carefully maintained images, even the smallest step can carry deeper meaning. Then that day arrived. The day when one of the figures at the center of attention celebrated their birthday. As expected, messages of congratulations poured in from all directions. Social media was filled with love from fans, fellow artists, and various communities. Special hashtags even trended, showing the magnitude of support. Amid all of that, there was one thing that did not appear on the surface, unseen, unheard, yet somehow felt. A message, not one posted on an official account, not a comment visible to the public, but something more personal, closer, as if meant for just one person. News of this message did not come directly. There was no concrete proof to clearly present. But like many things in the entertainment world, the story spread through whispers, through assumptions, through fragments of information pieced together. What made it interesting was not just the message itself, but who was believed to have sent it. Someone who had recently drawn attention through a subtle social media interaction. Someone known for a warm personality, yet quite private about personal matters. Someone who rarely shows things openly, which makes every action feel more meaningful. The message, reportedly, was not long. It wasn't filled with poetic words or complex sentences. On the contrary, it was simple, yet sincere. There was warmth in it, a sense of genuine care, and the impression that it was written with honest feelings. For some, this might sound ordinary. After all, wishing someone a happy birthday is something people do every day. But in this context, with all the surrounding dynamics, the message felt different. Fans began to react. Some found it adorable, others felt touched, and some began to imagine possibilities. Discussions reignited, this time with a more emotional tone. Many tried to picture what the message might have said, how it was received, and what it could mean. On the other hand, some chose to see it more simply, that perhaps it was just a gesture of kindness from one individual to another. No hidden meaning, no complicated story. And perhaps that is where its beauty lies. Because not everything needs to be explained. Not every interaction has to be made public. There are moments that are more beautiful when they remain a quiet secret, something known only to those involved. The entertainment world is often filled with spotlight, expectations, and pressure. Every move is watched, every word analyzed. In such an environment, having a small private space becomes something truly valuable. That birthday message, whether real or not, has created a story. A story not only about two individuals, but also about how fans respond, how imagination grows, and how small things can become deeply meaningful. As the discussion continued to circulate, several online communities began revisiting past interactions, searching for patterns, moments, or subtle hints that might support the narrative. Old interviews, shared event appearances, and even brief eye contact captured in videos were re-examined with renewed interest. This behavior reflects a broader trend within fandom culture, where storytelling often extends beyond confirmed facts. In many cases, fans become active participants in constructing narratives, connecting dots that may or may not be intentionally linked. Observers note that this phenomenon is not new, but it has intensified in the digital era. The accessibility of content, combined with real-time updates, allows even the smallest detail to gain traction quickly. A single theory can evolve into a widely discussed topic within hours. Despite the growing attention, there remains a clear distinction between confirmed information and speculation. Industry insiders frequently remind audiences that not all circulating stories reflect reality. However, they also acknowledge that these narratives play a role in maintaining fan engagement. Interestingly, the lack of confirmation often adds to the appeal. In an environment where so much is carefully curated and publicly managed, ambiguity creates intrigue. It leaves room for interpretation, allowing each individual to form their own perspective. For some fans, the idea of a quiet, private message carries more emotional weight than a public post ever could. It suggests sincerity, a connection that exists beyond the need for public validation. At the same time, others emphasize the importance of respecting boundaries. They argue that personal interactions, whether real or imagined, should not be overanalyzed to the point of invasion. This perspective highlights the ongoing conversation about privacy in the age of digital transparency. As discussions gradually begin to settle, the story remains, floating between reality and imagination. No official clarification has been issued. No direct evidence has surfaced. And yet, the narrative continues to live on, carried by conversations, reposts, and quiet curiosity. In many ways, this reflects the essence of modern celebrity culture. It is no longer defined solely by what is seen or confirmed, but also by what is felt, imagined, and shared among communities. And perhaps that is why stories like this endure. Not because they are proven, but because they resonate. Because somewhere between the noise of headlines and the silence of private moments, there exists a space where simple gestures, real or perceived, can create something meaningful. In the end, whether the message truly existed may never be known. But the feeling it sparked, the warmth, the curiosity, the fleeting sense of connection, is undeniably real. And in a world that moves as quickly as this one, sometimes that is more than enough.